Chief Meteorologist George Lessons outside on the weather deck tonight. And do we even need to say it's hot out? I think we're all kind of stuck in the same, wow, it's hot out there today.
And a lot of thirsty lawns, George.
Absolutely. I've been running my irrigation for the last week to 10 days, just trying to keep things green. But it's warm out here. I'm in a suit. You're probably saying, why is George outside in a suit?
Need a little fan out there.
You know what? I got plenty of fans here in West Michigan. But yeah, it is definitely hot, but I'm a little unusual. I don't sweat very much, even in the heat, with a suit coat on. 13 weather ball is green, no change to the heat foreseen. At least the humidity levels are not terrible. And this view sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. Yet another clean air action day on Friday. We went up into the unsafe for sensitive groups today. We'll do that again during the day tomorrow. That's that orange color. I think this is the 4th day in a row where we've had a clean air action day. And so do all the things that you have been doing to help minimize the ozone in the air. Around the region, inland, we've got some sunshine, fair weather cumulus clouds, but at the lakeshore, there have been some downpours, and that's kept the temperatures right around 80 in Holland and South Haven, down to Benton Harbor where there's a shower, but we've been up to 90 inland. 91 is a new record over in Muskegon, and not anywhere close for the rest of the locations. But dew points have climbed into the 60s along the lakeshore, even 70 here in South Haven, and this is where the showers and even a couple of heavier thunderstorms have popped up here this afternoon. One smaller one that has moved up into the Whitehall area east of there. Some stronger storms over the eastern part of Ottawa County and also down in southwestern lower Michigan, where Drew said there was some pea-sized hail around Sodus, along with the heavy downpours that put some trash cans into the ditch. But these showers are going to be dissipating later on this evening. These are driven by the afternoon heat, and we're going to see some high clouds come in during the day tomorrow, some haze as well, but that'll have very little effect on our temperatures. In fact, they may be a degree or two warmer than we saw today. So hot weather continuing here on Friday and into Saturday as well. Temperatures up into the low 90s, 93 peaking here on Friday. We'll be right around 91 on Saturday, and then we'll have a backdoor cold front come on through. You notice 70s off to our north and east. We'll cool off into the 80s instead of 90s during the day on Sunday. A lot of hazy skies, maybe a little bit of wildfire smoke there. Long range outlook has shifted again from June 7th through the 11th. Models are indicating we may be a little bit cooler than average. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the models are overestimating the backdoor cold fronts, but we are going to stay dry from June 7th through the 11th. Forecast along the lakeshore here this evening. You can expect maybe an early evening shower or a thunderstorm south end of the lake, but waves will be virtually flat with light and variable winds going offshore during the early morning hours. So tonight, skies will become mostly clear. Those evening showers will be ending. Low and mid 60s for lows up north. Partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 60 around US 10. Mid 60s elsewhere, and we'll be in the low 60s here in the greater Grand Rapids area. These showers in Allegan County should be dissipating in the next few hours. 13 on your side forecast. Cold front coming in on Sunday will drop us to 83 on Monday and around 80 Tuesday and Wednesday with a little bit of haze in the air, and then we'll climb back up into the mid 80s at the end of next week. Doesn't look like we'll see any storms next Thursday night now, but there is a good chance we could see them the following Saturday. Out here on the weather deck is definitely hot. At least I'm in the shade. Hopefully you can get into the shade or some air conditioning. Had a number of folks being reported having some heat stroke here today because of the hot temperatures. Is that going to change? And will we see some rain? 13 weather ball is green, no change foreseen. And this view sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. Little hot for a walk. This is Miggy and Miley. Green paw this evening, mainly because it's not terribly humid, but Mark and May, you may want to just take it easy. In the morning, green paw as well. We'll at least see readings down into the 60s before they recover back into the 80s to near 90. Even more sunshine here during the day tomorrow, 8.6 out of a 10-point scale to create some green energy. Wind about the same, very light, variable throughout much of the day, but at least we're going to generate it from the sun. We had some showers and some heavy downpours pop up with some thunderstorms over southwest lower Michigan. They just kind of migrated up along the lakeshore and now have been dissipating over southern Muskegon County. This may be repeated here again later on tomorrow, but they'll be further away from the lakes because we're going to see a little bit stronger breeze. That'll keep them out over Lake Michigan, or at least keep the chances out over Lake Michigan. But right now, we'll watch these showers and isolated thunderstorms dissipate during the evening hours as the heat of the day goes away. We may see some very thin high-level clouds with a little bit of haze coming through later on Friday. I think we'll see filtered sunshine, and that will be the case again during the day on Saturday. All the way around, we continue with the heat wave. Got a backdoor cold front that's going to come through, though, later in the day Saturday. That will at least take the edge off these 90-degree temperatures. I'm thinking we'll peak at 93 here during the day tomorrow. Still 91 on Saturday, but you notice some cooler air starting to come in with an east-northeast breeze. Very familiar. We've had that earlier this summer. And we'll only be in the mid-80s then on Sunday. And all next week, we're going to be into the 80s rather than the 90s. Rather unusual for this time of year, even in early June now. Long-range outlook says we are going to see the effects of that cool air trying to come back in from the east from June 9th through the 15th. I'm not sure there's going to be really moving in that much, but we have at least a better chance of seeing more rainfall. We have been below average. At least we have an average chance of seeing some rain during that 1 week period. Around the 15th, we get about an inch of rain. Water temperatures starting to come up just basically because of the heat. Get into the mid and upper 50s now, but still some 60s further out in the lake. Forecast then for tonight, skies will become partly cloudy with these showers around Muskegon, Holland southward dissipating. Low 60s north part of the lakeshore zone, mid 60s south. We'll be around 60 to low 60s in the northern part of our viewing area. Winds will become calm later on this evening. And here in the greater Grand Rapids area, overnight lows in the low 60s. Still very warm for this time of year. 13 on your side forecast. 90 plus Friday, Saturday, a little haze Saturday and Sunday, mostly cloudy but back into the low 80s Monday. Around 80 now with some more of that wildfire haze next Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll recover a little bit toward next weekend. We took the rain out for Thursday night. It still looks pretty likely for the following Saturday as temperatures climb back into the mid 80s. Along with the heat, guys, out here on the weather deck, there's fuzz flying everywhere. It's like a blizzard of pollen.
It is so dry out here right now, and I'm worried about my plants, and I'm worried about the grass. I could use a nice big rain, but at least we're getting outside some more.
Okay.
Nairo, thanks so much, George.
The relentless heat continues into June, first day of meteorological summer. Some areas did see some downpours. Most areas stayed dry. There was rain over in West Olive. Irma sending me this picture of all of the rain covering the road. I'm sure the plants loved that. 13 weather ball is green. No change foreseen in the heat. And this view sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. Temperatures 90 plus in many areas, held down from Holland southward because they had those pop-up showers. 91 is a record over in Muskegon. We made 91 here in Grand Rapids. We forecast 92, 20 days in a row where we have been within 3 degrees of our forecast high. Another clean air action day for tomorrow. This continues. I think this is number 4 this week because the air quality is going to be up in that unhealthy for sensitive groups. You've got COPD, asthma. Get into someplace where it is cool, just out of the pollen and the ozone. Tomorrow's forecast, not records here in Grand Rapids, Holland, or Kalamazoo. Probably another record over in Muskegon. That was originally set back in 1963. That's tomorrow's highs. We do have some pop-up showers and thunderstorms earlier this afternoon, and they're now dissipating. There's one just north of Kalamazoo, but enough to produce 0.13 of an inch of rain over there in Holland. These scattered showers were going to pop up and dissipate over the next few hours, and then we'll see a little bit of some haze and some high clouds come in tomorrow. Won't be anywhere near as bright blue as it was this morning, but nonetheless, temperatures still breaking the 90-degree mark, and then we'll clear out some of those clouds during the day on Saturday, but a little bit of haze will still be around. Out on Lake Michigan here tomorrow, you can expect virtually flat waves. It's been great to be at the beaches. Onshore breezes in the afternoon, but not strong enough to build any waves. Lots of sunscreen needed there. Tomorrow, clean air action day with some haze in the air, mostly cloudy. Mid and upper 80s north, 91 to 92 from Muskegon southward. Northern part of our viewing area, hazy conditions, low 90s, and similar here in the greater Grand Rapids area, low 90s with that filtered sunshine and haze. 13 on your side forecast. On Monday, we'll see temperatures cool off because we'll have a backdoor cold front come through late in the day Saturday. We'll be around 80 Tuesday and Wednesday with a little bit of haze, and then warming up towards next weekend. Looks like we will see a chance of showers and thunderstorms now only next Saturday.